Yo, big news, big news, big news for the Boruto anime. Yeah, finally. What's going on, everyone? Sanju Che here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be having a short news update video courtesy of Organic Dinosaurs Translations. Be sure to check her out. Now, a few of you commented on my video that I did yesterday where I talked about my expectations and the spoilers for the Boruto upcoming Boruto chapter, and you were shouting out and saying like, how do I feel about the Boruto anime adapting the manga in January? I'm like, okay, I'm at a loss. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But when I went over to Organic Dinosaurs page and I saw the news, and I'm like, oh, that's what they're talking about. So hence why we have this video. It's not going to be anything too dramatic, nothing too long. Just kind of giving my thoughts on it. So for manga readers, we already know what to expect. It's honestly a very unexpected time because personally I wasn't expecting them to adapt the Boruto manga, the Mujina Bandits arc, at least until I was kind of expecting them to start doing that in the summer. So if you watch my Boruto 2020 video, I kind of like try to predict when they would start adapting this arc. And I was like, yo, probably summer, maybe end of summer. But this is way earlier than expected. January 2020. Anime only watchers, is gonna be great times. We're finally, yo. Honestly, this is just good. I don't even know what to say, people. It's just being 130 plus episodes in, for them to finally be going back and start adapting the manga is going to be good. All right, so let's kind of read what Organic Dinosaur has to say here. Let's see. She writes, for a mission in the pursuit of the Mujina Bandits, will be infiltrating the Shinobi prison, Hozuki Castle, Tebasa. The manga adaptation for the Boruto anime has been confirmed for January 2020. The Mujina Bandits arc will begin. Whew. All right. Concerns and thoughts. One, for this video, I kind of reviewed, or at least I kind of went back and read some of the chapters in the Mujina Bandits arc. And based on how the Boruto anime has been set up so far, they're gonna have to change one and two things. One, there's a chapter in the arc where Boruto and Sarada Mitsuki, they're basically buying cards from that Shinobi card game, and in the manga, Boruto actually hasn't met Orochimaru yet, so they're gonna have to work that in or work around that somehow. So the anime might have like a slightly different set of events in terms of how it plays out there. I think that's one of the more minor, but well, kind of like semi-minor issues in terms of how they're gonna handle that. The next thing is the Hozuki Castle they're referring to is the same blood prison, I believe, from the same Naruto Shippuden blood prison movie. The only thing is, it was mentioned in the arc. A bit of spoilers here for anime watchers. There is going to be, the Mujina Bandits are going to try to kidnap somebody, a character of, very high importance, and they're just going to want the prisoners from the blood prison to be released. A little spoiler there. But the way this little excerpt is written, when they say we'll be infiltrating the Shinobi prison, Hozuki Castle, that actually never happened in the manga. So it does seem like the Mujina Bandits arc will be going through some changes in the anime, which I'm going to be interested to see how that plays out. Now, the Mujina Bandits arc in the manga isn't a long arc. It's about chapter 11, 12, 13, 14. It's about 5 chapters, give or take. If you were to kind of translate that to like a weekly manga, it might be come around to about 12, probably 13 chapters, give or take. Probably about 11. So, yeah, about 11 to 13 chapters if it was a weekly manga. So, if pacing is done right, you could probably get, probably 5 to 7 episodes out of it, probably about the same length as the recently concluded Boyhood arc. But I get the feeling with the fact that they're adapting this so early, I feel it's going to be one of two things, or both. The anime adaptation is going to have some drastic changes. I am expecting them to pad out certain scenes. That's kind of expected. or they're going to have drastic changes and they're going to adapt some of the novels that probably take place after this arc in the timeline into the anime afterwards. Because the thing is, with my speculation of them starting this arc in well, by the end of summer, in terms of my initial predictions when I did my Boruto 2020 video, that would have given the manga like at least 8 more chapters to build up, so they have quite a bit of material to work with. But if they're starting this early, they more than likely are going to probably do some drastic changes to extend the arc, plus adapt some of the novel material in between. So probably a good portion of 2020 will be those two things. So I feel that might be the case. But this is still a manga arc. Getting back to it, getting the anime, getting back to adapting it. The good thing is, and I hope they don't mess it up if they do decide to make major changes, the story actually has to feel like it is going somewhere, and that's what the anime for the most part has been lacking. And that's a problem I feel like a lot of fans for the Boruto side of the franchise have with the Boruto anime, where it feels like, yeah, you have these story arcs and they're going somewhere within the story arcs, but overall, where is the story going? And them getting back to the manga, the good part is that it should get back to that feeling. It should finally get back to that feeling. So yeah, let me remember now. Slickweeb, yeah, hopefully I got the name right. I'm kind of just trying to draw from memory here, man. You asked when I feel the anime would get to the Naruto versus Delta fight, which is a major fight for you anime only watchers. Not gonna spoil the events of that. Yeah. In terms of them getting to that fight, I don't see, the earliest I see them getting to that fight might be the probably might be the end of summer, honestly. Because it depends on how long this arc is going to be, and if they adapt novels like I'm expecting after this arc is done, probably in the summertime, the earliest I'm expecting Naruto versus Delta. But that would kind of put, by that time, let's see, January to say June, that's what, 6 extra Boruto chapters. So yeah, it still kind of would bring it kind of close to the manga. So probably by the end of summer, the earliest I'm expecting Naruto versus Delta, the earliest if we're lucky. Because probably after adapting the novels, they might do another small filler arc, maybe, who knows. But yo, it is what it is. As I said, based on the translated text here, it does seem like there will be major changes to the Mujina Bandits arc in the anime. Manga readers, let me know how you feel about that, if that does actually happen, how you'd feel about that. I haven't reread the entire Mujina Bandits arc. I only checked out select chapters from the arc, so I don't have all the details fresh in memory here in terms of probably what could have been extended or probably what could have been done differently to make it better. But that may warrant them probably taking a more original route with it in the anime. But yeah, I've blabbered on enough. I'm glad they're getting back to the manga material. It's good, and it's just patience. Just time will tell how they handle it. But anyway, that's all I have for this one. Nothing too crazy. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next, well, in the Boruto manga review tomorrow.